Like, share, or subscribe for more amazing stories. Journey of Fifth True Dragon by Rimjit. Labyrinth conference meeting between Tempest executives and people from Rubarius continued for hours. We released Guard and Fritz in healthy condition. Due to the problem caused by luminaries, as an apology, Luminous formed a non-aggression pact for next 100 years with us. The Holy Saint Church announced us, the people of Tempest, as friendly monsters and changes their views that all monsters are evil. Soon after, the Holy Empire Rubarius, which had been holding an attitude of silent acknowledgement towards the Dwargon Kingdom, suddenly made a public announcement that acknowledged the dwarves as friends of humanity. Not only demi-humans but monsters as well are acknowledged to be part of humanity. With this incident, people began to explore the new relationship between human and monsters. Holy Knights are all taking rest after tiring conference, while me and Hinata went to meet Shizu. She was busy handling the kids, so she didn't attend the meeting. In just few years you have developed such a beautiful city in middle of a dangerous forest. While we were busy surviving in this harsh world, here you developed means of entertainment. We feel like an idiots, Hinata says as she looks around the surroundings. Many people gave her sweets and other stuff as presents to welcome her in Tempest. People here are also so loving. Having been taught the whole life that monsters are evil, feel ridiculous after visiting here for once. The infrastructure, it feels very familiar. You are really enjoying this, of course, it's been decade. I really missed all of these. But I have a question, how are there so many things similar to Japan and Earth when you are not an otherworlders? Well, we have many otherworlders living here. Coincidentally, ogres were all very familiar with Japanese culture. Since goblins and orcs doesn't have much rich culture, we stick with this. It also provides us unique identity. It attracts people, greatly enhancing tourism. Oh, I see. So how did you meet Shizu-sensei and what is your relation with her? She asks. I then told her about my first encounter with Shizu and that she is now my wife and Queen Bed Tempest. Shizu-sensei is married. Yeah, but she is not only Queen of Tempest. Shuna, sister of Benimaru, is my second wife. You really are living the life of a king. Are you planning on making a harem? I won't see any problem that is if Shizu and Shuna accept. I am an immortal being, so time is not a problem for me. We finally reached Tempest Palace. Shizu. We entered her office and... Shizu-sensei, you are all right? Hinata rushes towards Shizu and hugged her. Shizu also hugged her tightly. Tears dropped from Hinata's eyes. I was worried that I will never see you again. I was feeling guilty this whole time leaving you. I am so sorry I left you there. It's okay, Hinata. You had your own work to do. You can't always be on my side, I understand. Besides, I am really proud of you. You have become this strong and hope of humanity. I am also glad you are safe, Hinata. I was worried when I heard some people are trying to harm you. Rimuru-san stopped me, otherwise I would have given them a lesson trying to mess with my students. Shizu says so, emitting a powerful aura. Shizu, calm down. I tried to control her as there are other people in the room who might get affected by her aura. Sorry. Shizu then proceeded to pay Hinata's head. Without her usual tough appearance, she looks very innocent. Hey, I know what you are thinking. Hinata shifts her gaze at me. I don't know what you are talking. I will not disturb you too. Enjoy your reunion. I shifted my attention towards the kids and Shuna, who are also present here. Sensei, you finally noticed us. Chloe launched herself at me. Sorry I didn't play much with you all. But how was your time in Tempest? Do you all enjoyed? Yes. Good. You all seem to have grown quite a lot in past few weeks. Will you fight me now, Sensei? You might have to take me seriously to win this time. I want to fight Rimuru-sensei too. Me too. Kenya challenged me with full confidence. Gale and Ryoto also have same thing in mind. It will take centuries before you can challenge me, but you really improved a lot. Shizu-sensei can be really scary something, but Shisho is fun to train with. Alice whispered to me not to be heard by Shizu. It's really surprise. Shizu can be scary sometime, but Hakuro being friendly. Gobta will cry hearing this. I heard from Shizu that they can now fight against strongest of Goblin Riders, and Kenya has even defeated every member of Goblin Riders. Shuna also joined our conversation. I have also fought and beat two of them together, Kenya adds. That's why he was feeling so confident. They really have become strong. Goblin riders are as strong as an active A-rank adventurers. If Kenya can defeat 2 of them together, he must be above rank A. Should I enroll him in Tempest tournament? No, he is still a kid. Let him grow more. After all, he has potential to become a true hero like Shizu and Leon. It seems they all challenged their bodyguards. Kenya gave him a good fight also. Guard who was assigned to Kenya looks down, maybe feeling that a kid gave him a challenge. You don't have to be so down. They are not normal kids. They are inhabited by greater spirits. I think it will be good for you. You can have sparring partner. You can use this ability to grow yourself. I reassured him. Kenya also tries to make his mood better. So you really are having fun, right? Yes. Sorry to break this bubble of happiness of yours, but Tempest School will be opening after a week from Founding Festival and you will be attending it. Got it. Sensei, you meet us after so many days and came up with such bad news. Alice and kids complain. Don't be so sad. I have something for you all. I took out a pendant and showed it to sulking kids. Check it out. It is a free pass to all of the street stalls that will be installed for the festival. With this, you can eat and drink at any store all you want and you can freely enter any event venue as well. However, the budget has an upper limit. It's 300 silver coins or 3 gold coins. I gave them each 1 pendant. I have set up it to monitor them so even if they went far we can track them. I am now excited. There are a lot of weird things out there. You are excited, right, Ken-chan? Yep, it seemed like fun. Thank you, Sensei. We will also buy presents for you, Sensei. Kids were overcome with excitement. While we were talking, someone is trying to blend in the surroundings. Karara, you don't have to be so afraid of me. Sorry, Rimuru-sama. I doesn't wanted to disturb you all. She replies. After the Falmouth incident, she has become very timid, silent and apart from work she rarely talk. You don't have to be so reserved. You can live here more freely, it's not Falmouth. How's your experience working with Shuna? It's fun. Shuna-sama is very kind and helped me a lot. I am also learning many new things. She has been working as assistant of Shuna in both fashion and culinary division. Good. But I think you should also experience school life someone and make friends your age. So how about attending Tempest School? She seemed hesitant. If you have anything to talk, say it. Isn't the school is for kids? I was a high schooler so. Don't worry about that. We have also appointed teachers for higher studies. Many humans will also be attending it. It's a good opportunity to make friends. Try for some time and if you don't like it you can always work with Shuna. Shuna, you don't have problem with it, do you? No, I am okay with it. After school, she can join me. See, Shuna is also okay with it. Okay, Rimuru-sama, I will try it. Good. Anyway, can you inform Taichi? I need his help in some labyrinth matters. Okay. She then left. Okay kids. I will also be taking my leave. Enjoy the upcoming festival to fullest. Ramirez and her 2 subordinates, Trainee and Barada, are pretty restless. They have been called urgently by Rimuru. They have tense expression as they are worried about their future in Tempest. What do you think? Why did Rimuru call us here? Don't tell me. Now, Ramirez-sama, Rimuru-sama will not do such thing. Yeah, think positively. It would be all right. Trainee and Barada tries to calm down Ramirez. Sorry for making you wait, everyone. Veldora, Taichi, the Otherworlder, and myself, we enter. Oh, Shisho is also here, Ramirez say with sigh of relief. Without wasting any time, let's get straight to the point. I have a proposal for you, Ramirez. What? It's something only you can do with your skills. I just want you to create and run an underground labyrinth here in Tempest. We will build a coliseum on top of it. It would provide amateur adventurers with lessons and instructions, and sell healing potions. If we ran an underground labyrinth like that, stores and restaurants would also prosper because of adventurers. Then we will be Albi to grab money and Ramirez. You would also have a place to live, not to mention a job. I would even give you pocket money. Ramirez began to shout excitedly. Could you be saying that you are giving me some amazing job on top of allowing us to create the labyrinth and live here? If you accept my proposal, that would indeed be the case. Then, do you mean that I have a chance to overcome this unbearable state of being in need? Hearing my plan, Her eyes widened. Question. Did you really mean it when you said that you will give me pocket money? That's real. The only thing is we don't know how much profit we are getting until we try. Regardless, subtracting the necessary expenses. You are to keep 2% of remaining profits. What do you think? Woo. Awesome. I'll do it. Now I can be rich too, she shouted in joy. Okay then, first let's make the area under the Colosseum the entrance and reception room. How many floors can you make with Labyrinth creation? There's not really a limit, but I guess realistically 100 will be easy to maintain. Actually, if we're targeting adventurers, it'll be like a dungeon for hunting monsters, right? But my labyrinth doesn't have any monsters, only spirits, Rimuru says. Don't worry about it. That's why I called Veldora here. Rimuru, I am not interested in becoming a battery for Labyrinth. I am busy right now. Veldora get up to leave the room. Oh, is that so? Honestly, I was looking for a king to rule over the Labyrinth. But I have to find someone else then. You say king? The management of Labyrinth will run by Rimuru and me. Then there is gate on 100th floor that leads to Ramiru's home. A guardian is required for that. No, we need the strongest guardian. Don't you think that makes sense, Veldora-kun? It makes sense, I see, as expected of Rimuru. So you want to hand that job to me, am I right? Veldora had been fooled by my sweet talk, since he didn't have much resistance against the word strongest. That's right, Veldora. If you agree to this proposal, there's another bonus for you. What is this? What is? You don't have to hold back your aura anymore in the labyrinth. You can even return to your original dragon form. Oh. Think about it. A handsome dragon waiting at the depths of the labyrinth giving off an aura. That's me, right? Veldora interrupted. If that's the case, I also get to say to people. Kuahahaha, you finally arrived. Welcome, pathetic bugs, and show off a little? So, are you on the plan with us? Yes, he agrees. Then Taichi-kun, I heard you used to play a lot of games related to dungeons in your previous world. Would you help us in this? I didn't play that many games. Okay. But mind helping us with whatever knowledge you have? Of course, Rimuru-sama, I will help. That's why I called him, even though Seal has done some research regarding this, but having someone experienced in this really is helpful. First we deal with important things. Resurrection bracelet. By wearing the bracelet, any death that occurs in the dungeon will be negated and user will be returned safely. It will nullify the pain of fatal wounds and activate 10 seconds after the death had been confirmed. Return whistle. Single-use item that return the user to outside instantly. It is an item made for emergency usage. We then proceed to deploying different traps after confirming adventurer's safety. Poison arrows, poison swamp, spinning surface, shifting surface, floors that will move all of its own. Cutting thread, booby trap pit. Rather than damage dealt by falling, what's waiting is scarier. False treasure box. A false treasure box that actually contain a monster. Slime pool. A corridor that swallow its victims halfway across. Slime rain. Slimes rain down from ceiling and dissolve whatever they land on. Monster cabin. Sealed room. If you lit a fire inside, it would lead to a state of oxygen deprivation or may even cause room to be filled with poisonous gases. Low ceiling floor, terrain effect level. By the way, I had a feeling before that you were a pretty scary guy. But you also seems very capable. If it was me, I wouldn't be able to come up with a trap like that. Rimuru exclaimed so and praised me. It's not me alone. Taichi also helped us a lot. To be able to come up with such traps, your face is very deceiving, Taichi-kun. Haha, I just got carried away since no one can truly die inside the labyrinth, so he tries to make excuse. Don't worry, it's okay. If it's challenging, more adventurers will try to overcome it. Sarian and Nation's invitation a few days passed after that. During that time Rimuru completed 109 floors and prepared all sorts of traps. Veldora's chamber on 100th floor was also created. It was big enough for Veldora to revert back into his dragon form. After so many times, he released his controlled aura inside the labyrinth. As me, Veldora and Rimuru were discussing about making terrains in lower floors. Then I heard a familiar voice. Can't that be solved if you capture a fire or ice dragon from somewhere? Do you need my help to catch some? I turned around to see a pair of platinum pink ponytails. It is Milim. What are you doing here, Milim? Ramirez said in surprise. Milim stood there with a smug face. Fufu, I knew that you guys have been up to something interesting, so I came by to see. How dare you, Rimuru, to hide it from me, she shouted. Hey, so it's Milim. You are just a brat. Home, could you understand the sublime work of us adults? We are not playing here, don't get in our way. Veldora leaned towards Milim and exclaimed so. Shisho is right. Ramirez followed Veldora's steps. We are working here, so an idler like you should just go home. Don't you think that's a little harsh? Not long ago you yourself were idle. You are thinking something rude, don't you, Rimuru? No such thing. Milim, you mentioned that we are doing something interesting. What were you referring to? It was because of your letter that we are holding this festival. What? Didn't you ignore my letter? How is that possible? Seriously, we are doing this to receive demon lords. Up until now, Milim was looking down, but after learning that she hasn't been ignored, she immediately regained her mood. Shuna comes with desserts prepared in hand. We then sit down to enjoy desserts together. By the way, Milim, why did you come here anyway? Fufu, didn't I just say? I feel as though you guys are doing something interesting. No, is that really the only reason? Yep. But I'm so lucky to have come. This thing called cake is the best, and this labyrinth thing also looks quite interesting. Alright, now that we are done eating, it's about time to get back to work. Also Milim, if you won't interfere, you can stay and play. Veldora gave a mature response. How rare, since Shisho said so, I don't object either. Just count once. I won't be a hindrance, so give me some work as well. Milim is now willing to join us. If that's the case, can we have Milim join as well? Such an interesting thing, you should have come for me during the planning phase. I get it, but putting that aside, Milim, won't your subordinates object? Did you actually get the permission from Carrion and Frey? I guess. You see, I'm very bright, right? I definitely didn't flee here because I hate studying, Milim said incoherently. I don't care, I just want to join no matter what. I wasn't able to say her to return before she opened up first. Alright. You are the one getting scolded anyway, so I'll drop the matter. Let's talk about dragons, dragon. So I will get scolded indeed. No, but it can't be helped. As the saying goes, adventure always comes with risk. She made up her mind. You mean the dragons? They can be captured. Should I capture them? If you may, please do so. Although they cannot rival dragon lords, there are archdragons who do possess elemental attributes. We will be catching and taming those guys and let them consume magicules. Can I count on you? Leave it to me. Some of the dragons with elemental attributes may soon evolve to dragon lords, so I'll capture one for each element. So the levels with different terrain are done. Level 99 was level of Inferno Flames. Level 98 was level of Ice Prison. Level 97 was level of Sky Thunder. Level 96 was level of Earthly Destruction. Nice job, Rimuru. Kuahaha, so you are deploying low lives before me. After seeing those imposter, the adventurers will lower their guards and it will be my time to shine. It's so awesome to have someone like Veldora to play that type of character. I want to try and be final boss sometimes. The three each were satisfied. Milim went out to catch some dragons and the captured dragons would become Ramirez's servants. ***** Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian, Emperor's Garden. Elalude Grimwald, father of adventurer Ellen and Duke of the Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian, went inside the garden. In his hand is invitation letter from Tempest. As he walks, he remember what happened last time. I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. Last time I went to Tempest, I didn't know if the country of monsters was safe or not, so of course I couldn't bring the Emperor with me. I simply told her the result of conference, but... Wow. You had the opportunity to visit such an interesting place all by yourself? Lucky you. I wonder why you decided to leave me behind. I bet you had tons of fun, huh? You even named yourself as my emissary and established formal relations. The thought that I might want to handle such an important matter myself never passed your mind? Or that I might want to see such an interesting being with my own eyes? Ever heard of word, forestall? Even my family member will treat me like this. What a miserable empress I am. Elalud remembers the tantrum thrown by the emperor. I apologize for intruding on your relaxation time. He get to where the emperor was resting. Regarding the matter of Monster Nation, I reported to you the other day, I just received an invitation from them. Oh, is that so? She signaled him with her fingers to come forward. She is Elmija El-Ru Sarian, Emperor of Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian and Ellen's cousin. According to official statements, the gender of the individual was unclear. The emperor was born with a beauty to rival that of a female. It was declared to the outside world as such. So you're telling me in advance this time, and what is your plan, Elalud? My plan? Planning innocent? Elalud thinks to himself. If he asked her to come, she wouldn't even hesitate. The emperor visiting another country would be a national affair. There's no way he could invite her so casually. Her tantrum from last time results in the budgets of certain project being frozen. Because of that, the plan to share technologies with Tempest has been stalled indefinitely. So he needs to fix her mood and also make her give up on founding festival. By the way, Elalud, I've brought some sweets from Yoshida-san's store, but their quality has recently started improving considerably. Would you happen to know why? She asks. Really nothing? I assume your widely renowned intellect means nothing when it comes to the latest gossip? What a disappointment. My deepest apologies, Your Majesty. I am aware that he is an otherworlder patient owning a store in Ingrasha. But how is he related? He asks sincerely. You really don't know. You see, Elon-chan brought some sweets for me a while back. I guess you didn't get any though. What? Elalud shout. He suffered damage beyond repair learning her daughter. Ellen didn't buy any souvenir for him. Seeing Elalud, Elmija laughed satisfied. I'm feeling much better now, so I'll leave the details. Let me explain. The increase in quality was due to obtain ingredients from certain someone. In addition, he is apparently going to close up shop for a while. It seems, he plans to relocate. That's why I used the extent of my money and influence to get as much information as possible. And guess what? His new residence will be in Tempest. Elmija explains the connection between Yoshida and Tempest. Elalud remember Ellen stuffing herself with cake in Tempest. At that time, Rimuru Dono and Yoshida-san were already connected. Precisely. It seems someone failed to realize that earlier though. Elalud fell on the floor, defeated. Hey, are you really as talented as they say you are? Hearing this, his confidence disappeared. I'm ashamed of myself. Your Majesty, returning to the subject at hand, how shall we respond to Rimuru Dono's invitation? Elmija grinned, sneaking upon being asked about that. Frankly speaking, if she says she wants to go to the festival, I can't deny her, but it will make things complicated. The Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian is an empire founded by Emperor Elmija. Under her are 13 royal houses, of which the king of each has sworn loyalty to Elmija. That said, they are a crafty people. Some of the kings avoid taking a role in politics and keep to themselves. But others use their influence to interfere in national affairs. They might take advantage of the emperor's absence for some scheme to overthrow her. Elalud thinks. You worry too much, Elalud-chan. Whatever those little boys have in mind, they won't be able to harm me. Aura around Elmija changed. She is emitting a powerful aura befitting an emperor. She is definitely on a different level. For someone who had lived for millennia. The royal houses and even myself look mere children. Although I wish she would act like an adult more often. As we know from Yoshida-san's store and the road maintenance, Demon Lord Rimuru is well versed in human society. And he made full use of that knowledge to ascend to the peak within the last few years? Since we need to maintain friendly relations with him, I must participate personally. I never had a choice from the start. Elmija made her decision. Madam, I do agree. I'll find a way to shut the others up. But we can't ensure the security of that nation. Regarding the people to accompany you during the visit. Send out the mediator ground under the Imperial House. You are free to pick some candidates from Magus Order. Understood. We will proceed with the arrangements as you wish, he answered, leaving the scene shortly after. The matter of the Emperor's outing was decided and would subsequently be announced to the nation. Asterisk news couldn't be kept secret. The rumor spread to the leader of the nation surrounding the Jura forest too quickly. Hinata the Saint was defeated by Demon Lord Rimuru. The result of which was, Holy Empire Rubarius and Jura Tempest Federation signed a ceasefire and formed a non-aggression pact. Troubled by a multitude of thoughts, the Western nations became ensnared in the upcoming turmoil. Armed nation Dwargon after Holy Empire of Rubarius made a sudden change. An emergency conference is held in Dwargon Palace. People attending the conference are King Gazel, Dwarf Commander of Pegasus Knight Order, Pan, Anrieta Head of Spies, the Court Mage John and other ministers. Your Majesty, my subordinates witnessed the battle in person. As she finished, Anrieta began to give the detailed report. According to her, Hinata the Saint and Tempest military attaché Testarossa seemed to have engaged in a one-on-one duel at the end. However, the magicule content of the battlefield was distorted suddenly and it interfered all magic surveillance. But we saw it. Demon Lord Rimuru's subordinates were victorious without any casualties. The Holy Knight Order is defeated. How could a subordinate of Demon Lord Rimuru can defeat that Saint Hinata? She is said to be equal skilled to King Gazel when it comes to blade. Old Lady Jane says. King Gazel, perhaps that military attaché is more powerful than you. Impossible. Jane Dono, you dare to insult His Majesty. How could we mere subordinate of Demon Lord possibly match the heroic king? But, if that has been even slightest truth to it, that Demon Lord is truly dangerous. The ministers continued to argue about the issue, taking sides against each other about severity of the danger. Gazel was troubled that both the sides made valid points. Ignoring the arguing ministers, he began to ponder. He was considering severing ties with them. No, he rejected such an idea. Demon Lord Rimuru was a reasonable monster. More importantly, he wished for friendly coexistence with human nations. The proof of this desire was the fact that he had built a civilized nation and helped humans, all while trying to cooperate with other kingdoms. Had Demon Lord Rimuru not been a monster that understand and respect humankind, humanity would have been perished. Silence. There is no need to worry. Rimuru is my junior. Moreover, since we were the first nation to support Tempest, we should have the strongest bond with them. Yet you still say we should doubt Rimuru? Gazel says while releasing ruler Haki so as to intimidate the foundations. Indeed, their country has many new technologies that we have yet to learn. Cutting relations now would be heavy drawbacks. Distancing ourselves from them would simply be throwing away all the advantages we've earned thus far. Ministers looked at each other awkwardly and gave an embarrassed smile. Demon Lord Rimuru may not be related to me by blood, yet we are as close as brothers. As long as he doesn't lose his humanity, I intend to support him with all we have. We will welcome the arrival of S new age. If anyone objects, speak now. King Gazel says in imposing voice. Do as you wish. I'll always follow you. I've got your back, my king. My lord, I am but your shadow. I will always be at your side. Jane, Pan, Anrieta and then all ministers agreed to King Gazel. As all the matters are settled, King Gazel made his leave. One of the ministers raised his hand. Your Majesty, can I borrow a moment of your time? He signaled the individual to report. The thing is, we have received an invitation from Akamaru, the Prime Minister of Tempest. Invitation? Are they holding a tea party or something? No, it seems to be for Demon Lord Rimuru's first public appearance. It said your presence would be greatly appreciated. A ceremony? Ho, let's see, can I do anything for my junior? Invitation to founding festival. King Gazel started to smile. I have no idea what's going on in his mind, but I can say for sure that he doesn't know how to lay low. Preparation in Gracia. Freedom Association HQ Yuki and Testarossa are sitting on the couch facing each other. There are also Kigali who is serving some tea, Laplace and Moss. They have met to share intels regarding different matters. You have impressed us. To be able to fool a man of Damrada's caliber, Testarossa said. Since she used to reside near Empire in the past, she is aware of powerful beings in Empire and Damrada is one of highly appreciated their beings. Well, it is my work. Rimuru-san has entrusted this to me, but still I can't believe Damrada tricked. He didn't tell us that he is not only an Eastern Empire near guards but also an Emperor's special acquaintances. He tricked us first, it's just a payback. Yeah, that bastard. It was Empire who manipulated by claim and right. I bet he was also involved in it. If I get a chance, I'll beat the shit out of that bastard. Laplace was angry ever since he heard about the real identity of Damrada. He also tried to attack him before but was stopped by Yuki. Don't try anything like that. Even though he appears as a normal merchant, he is a saint with 1,000 years of experience. I doubt any of you can beat him as of now. Testarossa expressed her thoughts. We were able to trick him is good enough for now. When time comes we will even get our hands on him and Eastern Empire as whole. You are right, Testarossa-san. He didn't know I am collaborating with Rimuru-san. He still thinks we are enemies. From enemies, I remember. How does it go with Western Church? Yuki asks her. We made peace with them. They signed non-aggression treaty with us. So one nuisance is gone now, it's just Western Council left. Although we have already taken control of some of its members. What are updated on Rossos? Testarossa asks. After their plans failed this time, they are trying to lay low for time being. But I think they are trying to accumulate more strength to challenge Rimuru-san. They won't just sit and watch their position being taken over. They will surely try to make a commotion in the near future. Yuki gave her the report. Tyr and Footman are spying on Rossos. With their brilliant espionage skills, they are able to provide helpful informations about the members of Western Council associated with Rossos. Testarossa has used these informations to blackmail them to become their pawns. Good. Oh, I forgot. Moss, Testarossa signaled him. Moss took out an invitation letter and passed it to Kigali. This. Rimuru-sama is holding a founding festival in Tempest to make his public appearance as Demon Lord and shows good side of Tempest to the world. You are also invited. He have also some work for you. Work? Yeah, he plans to open a labyrinth in order to attract adventurers. He would like Freedom Association to manage them. They can utilize the identity of adventurers to manage the challengers. Tempest could also issue the permission to enter the labyrinth, but that would take a lot of extra work. Rimuru wants to lower the budget as much as possible and borrow the labor of the Freedom Association. There's also benefits for Freedom Association. Due to Rimuru-sama's rule, the monsters in the Jura Forest has been under control, with that being the case. I see, so you are saying that there will be less work for monster extermination? Surely the guild would gain profit through it? They could gain materials by exterminating monster. Adventurers could sell the materials as reward. Tempest would hand over the part of management of Labyrinth to the Free Guild and tax them for it. In this way, even if adventurer lost their job in the future, they could also find new employees. This project would provide multiple benefits. Testarossa explains to Yuki. Okay, I will accept this proposal. But Rimuru-san surely come up with great ideas. Indeed. Well then I am leaving. If you have any problems contact Moss. Testarossa gets up to leave but she was stopped by Kigali. Sorry for this, but I wanted to ask about him, is he okay? Oh, yes. He has been taken good care in Tempest. You can meet him during Tempest Festival. Thank you. Testarossa then left the room. Asterisk. Tempest on my proposal, Emir Miles-kun has moved to Tempest. He left few people to stay back and run his shop in Bloomond. With few of his subordinates, my Miles came. In Tempest, we are still lacking in educated individuals and especially in field of finances. Shuna used to handle it before but now our nation has grown so it's difficult for her to manage. In addition she also oversees server division, fashion research division and culinary research division. So as to not put more work on her, I invited Emir Miles with whom I have started many business like ramen shops and others. He will handle the finances of the founding festival. A new estate building is also built for him and his subordinates. If our founding festival concludes successful, I intend to appoint him to be in charge of the financial department. In addition, he will also be managing the commercial and advertising departments. Gobuman, who is one of the goblins named by me, serves as bodyguard of Emir Miles. He has evolved into a Kijin, over a rank, warrior. He also trains Byrdd, Emir Miles' previous bodyguard, and other subordinates. Myor Miles-kun, me, Akamaru and Rigard are now having a discussion on how to make Tempest Festival as grand as possible. Kolesum is about to be completed and construction of 10-story skyscraper in luxury accommodation part has been completed. It is designed for high-class nobles, royals and rich merchants to stay. Ground floor is designed as lobby where guests can wait. There is also a big restaurant here run by one of Gobichi's acquaintance. Food and cuisines here are of highest quality in entire Tempest and expensive for normal people. Above 2 floors are for clothing. Clothes here are of high quality and luxurious, personally crafted by Dord, Garm brother, and his disciples. Next 5 floors consist of rooms to accommodate guests. Here important figures like royal families, high-ranking nobles, and other important officials can stay. Even compared to Tempest standards, these rooms are of highest quality. These rooms have heat and cold resistance. The top 2 floors are banquet halls to hold parties and ceremonies. In both the floors around 14th of floor is for tatami room, where it is prohibited to wear shoes. The walls of the skyscraper is reinforced by barriers, making it resistant to even powerful nuclear magic. We have tried to elaborate on design and used precious glasses extravagantly. Glasses are also reinforced with magic, making resistance to typhoons, earthquake and magical attacks. How should we proceed further with this battle tournament? Miles asks. We should show our strength in this tournament so other nations don't think of anything funny, Akamaru suggested. Yep, but we can't show our true strength, so top officials won't participate. It would be foolish to reveal everything in front of others. We have already received requests from around 200 participants. What should we do about them? Miles inquired. While we were on this, some troublemakers interrupted us. Rimuru, are you talking about battle tournament? I want to participate too. Kuahaha, this will be the chance to show the world greatness of Storm Dragon Veldora. Ramirez, Milim and Veldora barged into the room. What are you 3 doing here? Did you complete the labyrinth work? Yes, it's complete. Monsters are also appearing after Shisho releases his aura. Forgot about that, let's talk about tournament. Milim's interest has shifted to the tournament, now she won't listen to anything. This is why you invited me and other demon lords in the festival, right? You wants to make it grand as possible. Even if other demon lords are participating, I will definitely win, wahaha, she boasted. Milim, you are still child to think you can win if I am participation, kuahaha. Veldora-kun says with full confidence. Don't forget about me. Even if you will be my opponent, I won't show you, Shisho, any mercy. I will beat you in 1 punch. Ramirez also joined them. What are you all talking? You all are not even in tournament. Hearing this, they were genuinely shocked. What are you saying? You all are not going to participate, I said loudly. What can't I participate? It's cheating, they complained, but I don't flinch. Do you want to destroy this nation? If true dragon-level beings fought, not only Kolesum but this nation will be affected. No. No way I will participate, that won't change. Milim was still keen on participating. She threw tantrum. What to do now? She won't listen easily. I can't do that, sorry, but you can ask something else instead. I gave her an offer. Really? Yep. Then let our subordinates fight instead, and whoever wins, you Rimuru will give that person a wish. Milim proposed her demands. It won't affect the nation and it would attract more people if powerful Majins participate in the tournament. Other nations won't try to mess with us either. Following Milim, Veldora and Ramirez tries to make me accept their offer. Were they planned for this? We won't listen, no, this time, Veldora says in serious tone. Well, this is not a bad idea. But why this wish thing? Were you 3 planned this? Wahaha, we knew you won't allow us to participate, so to make the tournament exciting for us, we thought how about ask a wish from you. Milim explained. I will tell you my wish before, if my subordinate wins this tournament I will stay here in Tempest. Wahaha. Ramirez is living here and having fun. I won't let you all ignore me anymore. Milim was quite determined. It won't help if I deny her demand, now I have to choose someone who can win this tournament for me. Okay, I got it. Then one of my subordinate will participate to save me from your strange demands. But Zijin and others won't participate, Veldora pointed out quickly. Yeah, I am not going to let my top players show their abilities in front of so many people, Ranga. He emerged from my shadows waving his tail, how cute. You will participate in the tournament, got it. Okay. I won't disappoint you, master, in the slightest. I will do my best. Good boy. He returned to my shadows after declaring so confidently. Now let's see who wins the game. Rimuru-sama, that's good idea. Shall we discuss about the contestants? Akamaru said. Milim, Veldora and Ramirez also joined. Then who will you choose? Milim Ramirez. For Veldora it was clear. His only subordinate, Cherries, will participate. Milim and Ramirez gave their respective candidates. Carrion for Milim, and Ramirez nominated Barada. Carrion. People will panic if an ex-demon lord participates. Don't worry about it. I will tell him to hide his identity like he did in Walpurgis. She has come fully prepared. These are only 4. What about others? Rigard asks. Let's see. I will ask Holy Knights if any of them are interested to participate. Can I also nominate someone? Rigard asks. Of course, who is it? Gobta. He is not as strong as Cherries-san or Carrion Dono, but he can learn a lot from these strong warriors. I have also someone in my mind. Who is it? Milim asked. Albert, a death paladin. He serves the White King Adelman. I heard great things about him from Hakuro. If equipped with high-quality weapon, he may even be able to give good fight to others. How about we organize battle royal type matches to choose from the applicants? Murmile suggested. Good idea. This way applicants will not feel like being left behind. But I wanted to ask, how did so many people apply when it's first time we are organizing such tournament, and that in a nation filled with monsters in the middle of dangerous forest? About that. Among adventurers, there this notion going on that whoever wins the tournament will get chance to fight the demon lord. They're trying to defeat the evil demon lord. And free this nation. Your Miles says hesitantly. Ho ho. That evil demon lord, it's me, right? Yes. Then we will provide them proper challenge, so that they can become worthy of challenging demon lord. I say, releasing pressure. Others became quiet. Then how about I really participate and give those morons a lesson? Veldora joined in. No, absolutely not. He became silent. We then set preliminary rounds as tough as possible. We selected 12 contestants directly, and others will be selected from the battle royal. Preliminary rounds will be held on the day before the festival, as we can attract more people's attention previously. And the main event will take place in 3 days of festival. Finals will take place after the festivals to make people stay longer. It will greatly profit our inns, shops and restaurants. Nominated candidates: Cherries, Barada, Lion Mask, Carrion, Ranga, Arnaud, Gobta, Venom, Geld, Bacchus, Khan, member of Royal Guards, Albert. Last place will be reviled in tournament. Preliminary rounds. 4 battle royal matches will be held a day before the festival, and winners of each rounds will proceed to the main tournament.